All right. So your question states, I'm from India. I have a product that isn't selling well on Amazon US Marketplace. I've made a video ad for the product and have launched it on Facebook. Okay, I want your critique on the video and suggestions for improvement. Number 2, how to track conversions. You cannot track conversions on Amazon with Facebook ads. That's just not possible because there's no way for you to put the Facebook pixel on Amazon. Okay, you've got your domain such and such. What do you mean by 8 products? So I would recommend, so for question number 3, just don't pick one niche. So I've always recommended that you start your first store should be what I call a general store where you can just sell anything. And that way you can try things from many, many, many different niches. Okay. So I'll take a look at the video, and yeah, you can't track conversion. So you're going to want to still okay. So the issue with sending traffic to a different website, you probably. The ideal is to have a landing page where, like a pre-sales page, and then you can, that's the kind of thing I would do on ClickFunnels. Let me just move the mic in front of me. But that's the kind of thing I would tip. That's the ideal. It's not absolutely critical. But the way Facebook works and the Facebook algorithm is that you basically get what you pay for. So for the most part. So what I would, if I had a landing page for my product, like a pre-sales landing page before going to Amazon, I would probably just use add to cart and just put the add to cart, have the add to cart fire when someone clicks through the landing page. Now, if you do not have a landing page, then you're probably going to just use view content. It's probably the best thing to do. You're going to get a lot of people see. I have rarely seen really sales work out well when you send traffic to a third-party store like Amazon, because what happens is the purchase. So when we're doing product sales, we use the purchase objective, and on a Shopify store, we can have the pixel. Okay, so let me take a look at your ad. Okay, let me take a look at this ad. And so the next time you post something, you put all your questions. The thing is for me on Zoom, it's difficult for me to pull the URL out of the message. And it's ideal that you would do if you're going to post any links, like the video ad, is to put the link for the video ad in a separate question, like each URL in a separate question, and then that way I can pull that out. So I have to kind of like paste it to Notepad and then go and pull everything else. I have to pull everything else out. So let me go and pull this rest of this out. Yeah, unfortunately, Zoom does not just recognize a URL. I was actually surprised when I started. Okay, demo ad. Is this the back pain thing? Okay, so first thing I see is when you do a video ad, never, ever, never, ever, 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 never use static images in the ad. It should be a it should always be a video. I think this is quite good. It looks like you use a bunch of stock video, or maybe somebody else's video. Of course, you want to have the. It looks like you've got somebody else's video. I would not put. Okay, so I think the video ad is pretty good. It looks like you've got stock video, or you're using somebody else's video. Which, if it is somebody else's video, I would definitely stay away. And I mean, and when I say about never using static images, not even the product, no product photos. Like your last scene in your video is a static image of the product. That should be a motion. It should be a video of you like holding it or something, but it should not be. No, you don't want any scenes where there's no motion. So it's important. It's really important that there's motion throughout, and that means absolutely no static images, even when you're just showing what the customer is going to get. And that should also be a demonstration. But I mean, you're risking your ad account if you are using somebody else's videos. And okay, so for your ad copy, I do not recommend putting the Amazon link at the top. Okay. Okay, so a couple things. So let's start off with the ad copy. First off, you've got the click here to the Amazon link at the very top. That should be on the third or fourth line. Okay. Your whole thing is bullet points. There's no real story in there. There's no paragraph. It's just bullet point, bullet point, bullet point. Now it's okay. The first bullet point, too much. So you got prevent slouching and hunching, and then so that second, the results, that where you've got the dash result and then the results, that should be a different bullet point. The second one line kind of repetition. Number 3 is kind of like saying the same thing over again. I mean, it's pretty good. There should be, I hope, if there's FDA approval on this item, then you need to, I hope that's mentioned in the product, on the product. I haven't clicked through yet. It's fine to have a lot of bullet points, but you should tell a little bit of, you don't have to tell a story, but some of this should be put into a paragraph, not just, this just looks really monotonous. You might want to have a little paragraph describing the product and what it does. Take maybe a couple first bullet points and put them into a paragraph. There's a little, forget the bonus, join via Key Club. That shouldn't be in your ad. Take out the comes with detailed instructions. You assume that that's there. Take out the bonus stuff. This is an example where it's too many bullet points. Forget about the convenient, chest sizes up to 48 inches. That should be on your product page. Well, your bullet points, the sizing and such, sizing and bonuses and instructions, those are all features. You want this whole thing to be solutions and benefits. That's it. The FDA stuff, maybe you might want to leave that in, but premiums, quality, breathable fat, that's a feature. Saving money, that's kind of a feature. Yeah, and the bonus VIP club, use indoors, outdoors, appearing less. Yeah, take the features out. So you probably want to take out about a third of these bullet points. It's just too, it's a little bit, I think you've got too much. And start off with a little kind of a, benefit rich paragraph at the beginning. The headline below the video, remember, we're not selling the you're mentioning, I don't know what HWW means. So nobody else is going to know that either. So take that out. And then what you want is your strongest bullet point should be your headline, because you say you've got too much in here. Something corrector, fixes, poor, such and such. It should be very simple and powerful. Like, you want it to be a benefit or solution, and it's likely going to be one of the most powerful, bullet point that you have in here. Okay, so I'm going to click on Learn More. What does I see? I don't know what HWW means. What is HWW? It's confusing to me. I cannot hear you. You need to use the chat box. No, there's no sound here, so you need to use the Q&A. Yeah, use the Q&A box. So what is HWW? I don't know what that is. Okay, I would recommend using your full brand name. Okay, so that should be in your yeah, if you just put acronyms in there, nobody's going to get it. But you might say you probably, well, you have to do what you have to do inside of Amazon. But in your ad, you might, at the bottom of the in the Facebook ad, it's not so important about the brand. It's about what the product does for someone. Yeah, there's an alphabetical limit. But on your ad, if you put HWW in there, you'll just confuse people. They won't know what it means. You want everything that you write in the ad and the ad copy to be, completely apparent on what it is. Okay. Okay, well, you'll have to be careful. Yeah, if that's the thing is you have to be careful not making too much of a claim. But yeah, you could. If that's you're saying in there that it's FDA approved, and if that's what it does, but yeah, that's something you're making a claim that it will do that. Well, okay, so this is where I don't know which one of your headlines will work the best, you might want to create 2 ads and run that and see what. And it also depends on who you're targeting. I mean, what interests are you using for your targeting? So your headline and your bullet points you do those appropriate for the target audience. So if it's about if you're targeting people with back pain, well, then back pain might be the right thing to mention. If you're targeting people with posture problems, then it's going to be more about posture, but it's something that you would need to test. Okay. I mean, I don't know about these interests, so it's important that you understand who those people are that you're. I don't know what those. I see the interest that you put in there, but I'm not familiar with those. So it's up to you it's critical that you understand who those people are and what solutions and benefits they're looking for. So it's going to be some testing. Now the only problem, and then we still deal with the issue of the there's no way to track or do the actually you can't even do view content. If you go directly to Amazon for the if you send traffic directly to Amazon, you can only do web clicks. That's all you can do. You can't do view content. Well, okay, so there's more interest. Have you watched the copy training? So this is I'm sorry, not the ad copy, but the interest training. Okay, what type of campaign is this set up for? Is it clicks to websites, or what are you doing? How are you doing it? Tell me a little bit about and have you made any sales from it? Okay, so clicks to website is what you're going to get, is clicks to website. But remember, the way Facebook works is you get what you pay for. So if you're paying for clicks, you're going to get a lot of clicks. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to make a lot of sales. Okay, because Facebook knows what people do because they've already tracked what they've done in the past. So if you buy clicks, you're going to get clicks. If you buy view contents on your site, you'll get view contents. If you buy ads to carts, you'll get ads to carts. And if you buy purchases, and if you have the right product, you'll get sales. You really get what you pay for, but you do have to have the right item. If you're sending traffic to you are not, unfortunately, when you send traffic to a third-party site, you cannot use the algorithm to leverage. You can't leverage the algorithm to make sales. That's the only way I can say that. You're going to get clicks. I don't know if you'll ever make a sale. When you have no control. When you have something on Amazon, you have no control over that. It doesn't matter. Relevance score of 5 is low. Okay, for an e-commerce product, it should be at least 7. None of these things. There's no way to leverage this when it's going to a third-party website. Okay, so there's no way to leverage the algorithm to make sales when you're sending it to Amazon. This item, you sell it for you're selling it for $11.15. You can't be making much money off this. I wouldn't even spend any ads, any money on ads for $11 product. It's just not, there's not enough dollars in there to recoup your ad cost. Okay. It says right now, it says, I would click through, it says $11.15. Well, yeah, I wouldn't run any ads to something for $11.15. So for a 19, what is your cost for this product? Okay, so you're selling it by the time you have your you take out your FBA fees, you probably are not making any money on this, right? You put 13 in here. So right now it's $11.15 and your landed cost is $5.25. After, I wouldn't run any ads to something that has such a, there's so few dollars in there. You're not making enough money. What's the 13 in there? That's what you make probably at the higher price. But yeah, don't run any ads to this at $11.15. Yeah, don't waste don't waste your money on ads for this. I don't think that's not going to work. You're going to end up spending a lot of money on ads and not likely to make a lot. You may not make any sales because you cannot leverage the algorithm to make sales. How many of these do you have in inventory? Yeah, you'll just spend more money on something that I think you're probably not making much at all, making anything. Oh yeah, well you got a lot, but yeah, it's not going to work on Facebook ads. Yeah, you would need to send the traffic. I don't know what's your cost if you fulfill from a store. I mean, I know off the top of my head, I don't remember what it is. I know it's more expensive if you have FBA fulfill for something that was not purchased on Amazon. It's like 30-40% more expensive. So yeah, there's just no way to leverage this with directly to Amazon. Yeah, well, yeah, is it selling at all on Amazon? And did you join like Amazing Selling Machine? I mean, I'm more curious what 2 to 3 a day. And then you're probably getting hit with storage charges too, because it's been there for a while. I mean, storage? Are you getting charged storage charges? It's probably been there for a while now. How much are they charging you for storage a month? So 2 or 3 a day at the lower price, or at the higher price, does it still sell 2 or 3 a day? And you got yeah, I'm just still curious, did you buy a course to do these? And okay, so number one, I'm just curious, which course did you go through a course that taught you about these? Number two, what is it only making sales now that it's 4 days? Okay, that since you lowered the price, and I mean, if you're making the same amount of sales at the low price as you're at the higher price, and then are you getting charged? Okay. And I'm just curious, how, which course you're in. Was it Amazing Selling Machine? Yeah. Well, I don't. Okay, so let's talk about Shopify and the difference between that and selling on Amazon. So first off, I mean, I don't know if, of course, there's no way I don't know if this product would be successful on with Shopify. But the thing is, I mean, I don't know when you joined Amazing Selling Machine, but I mean, as you know, I have a mastermind where there's a lot more one-on-one assistance, and probably 30% of the people that I've worked with over the last 5 years are started off e-commerce with Amazing Selling Machine. Now, I know there's people that have been successful with that, but from what I've seen, most of those that have don't follow their training, and they actually do something completely different. And I think I think from my experience is doing e-commerce. I started off doing eBay, which was really easy to sell things on. There's no fulfillment or anything like that. That you didn't get a third party to do that. You did it yourself. So with Amazon is you've got a whole bunch of somebody that's totally new doing e-commerce. Amazon brings a whole bunch of challenges that for somebody new that I don't think they should have to go through. First off, you're building a business on somebody else's platform. You never get any emails of your customers, and then you need to ship all the product in advance. And I've heard this story over and over and over again, where people have thousands or tens of thousands. They bought tens of thousands of dollars in inventory. They branded it, they packaged it, and did all this stuff. And they spent all this money for inventory, and they never tested it. Why did Amazon Selling Machine never teach how to test products? I don't know. Is it? That's my big question. So first off, in order to test something on Amazon, you have to buy the inventory, and if you're going to do any branding, you need to package it and get stickers or custom work done. And then you've sent all this stuff over there, and you just wait, and you don't know if it's successful for a month or two. I mean, with Shopify and advertising, I just need one sample to make the video ad, and then I'll know in 3 or 4 or 5 days that if the product's successful or not with advertising, and I don't have to buy any inventory. And in fact, I can launch the product without any inventory. So I just don't get why anybody would. Starting an e-commerce business on Amazon for someone who's never done e-commerce before is the worst place to start. I mean, I didn't even do. I mean, Amazon didn't really exist as far as a selling platform when I started. But the only things I put on Amazon are my successful products on my stores. So I think they've got the order of things wrong. Yeah, it needs to be, start the simplest way where you've got the control. And everyone that I've worked with that's been on Amazon, yeah, you can. Well, yeah, you're drop shipping on Shopify, but there's a couple different apps you can use. The Dropified app is the best, but it is more expensive. But the thing is one of the things they teach, the way they teach doing e-commerce in Amazon is you do all of this work up front. And so with your store, you don't. The thing is it's not about the store. It's not about Shopify. You could use any other platform. You could use ClickFunnels. You could use WooCommerce. It's just Shopify is the easiest one to use. It's just a place to collect money. What gets lost in so many places is the importance of having the right product. And the way you pick products to sell on Amazon is not the same way you do it on Shopify or with Facebook ads. It's totally different. Okay, so that's in the training. Which free plugin are you talking about? The thing is you're getting I know that you're going in the wrong direction because you're asking me about plugins. Okay, it's this business is not about plugins. It's about product, the right product in front of the right people. You'll find the right there's lots of plugins. There's thousands of plugins, add-ons and things that you can use. The question is what products to sell. It's not what plugins. Anybody can find a plugin. Not everybody can find the right product. So if your emphasis is on building a store and building a brand too, if that's your emphasis, then you're going down the wrong path. It's a one-on-one relationship with you and your customer, and you need to serve them with the right products. No, you're not starting with the 4 general products at all. You're going to go through I have probably more videos about picking products than anything else. You're not starting with 4 general products. You're going to start with 1. You're going to select a bunch of products, but then I don't know why you're starting with 4. So what you can do on these calls, and we're coming up on less than 20 minutes. You can what I would recommend is attend these calls every week and bring your list of 4 or 5 or 6 products and put them in the chat, in the Q&A, and I'll give you some feedback. That's how, because not everything is going to, it's best if you get some feedback about the products. Yeah. So, Yeah, it's important. It's having the right product is everything. I mean, I learned this lesson when I started on eBay, and then I started getting a lot of repeat customers. So what I did is first thing I started having customers that asked me, they didn't want to buy on eBay, they wanted to buy on my own. They said, Frank, set up a store, we'll buy from your store. And so I set up something that was really ugly. It turned out, in hindsight, it was very, very ugly. But I had all the right products. I had the right products that people wanted to buy. And so I sold millions and millions of dollars in product because I had the right items. And then, I realized that, I set up this really quick and dirty and ugly store to start off with because I didn't want to spend a lot of money thinking that, I didn't want to spend a lot of time and money on making a beautiful website in case it didn't work. And I wanted to get it up quickly too. And so it was a really ugly site with just PayPal buttons, and people just bought. They bought like crazy. And so I set up a store within a year. Then I changed that store fairly quickly. But my stores have never been beautiful. They've been easy to use, very functional, and appropriate for my target audience. But I've never spent a lot of time trying to make it pretty. Okay? The most important thing is the product and getting it in front of the right product in front of the right customers. The store is just a place to collect money. Make it easy to use. Make it, you want it simple and straightforward and easy for the customers to check out. And you want good ad copy and good images, good video ads. But, the way I teach doing e-commerce is your ad is doing a lot of the work for you. It's getting people excited about the product, and then they go through into your store, and then they buy. And that's it. And it's going to take you're not going to get it on your first or second, probably not even your third. It takes a little while for people to get that to work. In fact, I find that the most successful people that I worked with, often it's a struggle for them to get that first one working. It may take them 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times, but all it takes is one video, one good video ad and good product to sell, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million worth of product in a year. It just takes one video. Yeah, bring 5 products. Yeah. That's what you want to do. Yeah. Well, have you watched the testimonials, the people I've worked with? I mean, $1 million is not that to make sell $1 million worth of product. That's only $3,000 a day, and then you've got a 7-figure product. Yeah, for one product. Oh, your margin. It depends. It depends on many factors, but your margin's probably going to be anywhere from 25 to 40%, depending on how you put together your offer. So, and then, when you've got, I know that being in India, you still have the challenge of getting a US dollar merchant account. But with most merchant accounts, your money shows up, at least in the United States, it shows up in your bank in about 2 days. So, Yeah. So yeah, we do everything when, part of, uh, once you've got something that's successful, then we start doing everything possible also to make sure that you're selling as many. So we want to do everything we can to increase the average order value. And that really helps. Okay, anything else? Well, okay, I'll tell you straight out. I've worked with lots of people from Amazon Selling Machine, and um, and those that have been successful with Facebook ads and Shopify, they had to switch to something else to sell. It was not the item that they were selling on Amazon. I mean, are you going to are you are you married to your inventory at Amazon, or do you want to make some money? That's the question I asked all of them. None of them made success. None of them. No one in my mastermind has ever been successful from the failed product on Amazon. It was always something else. Yeah. Yeah. The last thing you want to do is throw good money after bad. Yeah. Just if you can just let it sell itself out, as long as you're not losing money with storage fees and things like that. Um, as long as it is moving, let it, and you're not losing money, let it go. But don't run ads to something like that. Okay. Anything else? Yeah. So yeah, I'm just letting you know what's worked, what works. I've just not seen that pan out for people to promote and get stuck on their product. Okay. All right. Anything else? I sell it. The most important, what I've found from selling e-commerce products is I always stick to things, to groups of people that I understand. So if I try to sell something to a group of people I don't understand, how can it work? So it needs to be something that you understand. The more you understand, I mean, here's like, like I do stuff like this. Um, you know, avatar. I want to understand my target audience. I want to know who they are. Just don't go randomly pick things. Just because it's a top seller. That's don't follow trends. The more you understand your potential customer, the better you will be at picking products. So I can't, if I just tell you a niche and you don't understand them, it's not going to help you at all. You need to understand who you're selling to. This is not just about throwing things out there and selling them. It's really understanding who you're selling to and what, and something that will, we're matching a product to a potential customer. I mean, so we want to go out in there and find something special for them. This is not just about like just picking some random niche and then throwing stuff out there in ads and see what happens. You really want to put some effort and time and understand who you're dealing with. I don't think you're going to be able to sell weight loss pills on Facebook ads. You'll need to read where these pills will need to come from the United States, and you'll need to read the Facebook ads policy, because selling weight loss is there's a lot more involved in selling that, because you're talking about very competitive niches. Okay. So you need to go read the Facebook ads policy about supplements. Okay. That's the first thing. And if you're going to sell supplements, you won't be doing it on Shopify. You're going to set up a sales funnel. And you need to be, you cannot make outrageous claims. Okay. What? Okay. The why. The why about what? What you asked me why? What did I say that you're asking why? Because you need long form sales copy. You need a lot of sales copy and imagery. So this is where, I mean, for if you're selling weight loss or supplements, you need a sales funnel. That's just all there is to it. Shopify is not the right place. And Shopify might not even allow that, as they have restrictions on what you can sell. Like, I think in the past I don't know if you can even sell CBD products on Shopify right now. Well, ClickBank is, now you're doing that's affiliate sales. So if you're going to have a tough time getting an ad approved if you're claiming that pills will help them lose weight. Oh yeah, with affiliate sales, you need what's called a buffer page. So you're going to have them opt in. You're going to have them do something before they see the product. The vast majority of ClickBank products are not suitable for direct linking in the ad. So the best thing to do is have ClickFunnels buffer page. Yeah. So, and then still, even with that, so in order to have your ClickBank work properly with Facebook ads, is you need to have, suppliers or, the affiliates put your purchase pixel in their funnel. Okay. So that's something that you need to, before when you're selecting the offers you're going to use, then you need to have that happen. Okay. Yeah, you need to get that done. Yeah. But yeah, then you can use the same, ads training that it is the same thing. It's just with affiliate, you need to do the buffer page. Okay. Well, I'm going to close up. I'm going to end the webinar, end this call right now. And there we are. And I'll get the replay up. Okay. Have a great rest of your day. I don't know what time it is for you, but it's probably, yeah. Okay. What's your question? Okay. No, you're not going to be able to sell a supplement. As far as I know, you won't be able to sell supplements from outside the United States. And I wouldn't recommend. Yeah, you want to have something. I don't. You might check with the FBA website, but I have a feeling that you can't just import just from anywhere. Maybe I'm wrong with that, but it's, what, you probably can, but why would you not use? There's many places that will do supplements and do even fulfillment and labeling and everything for you for supplements here. Why wouldn't you just use someone in the United States? Okay, and here you go. You're gonna try and bring a bunch of stuff in, and you haven't tested the product yet. Okay, you haven't tested selling it. You don't know if your marketing is going to work or not. Why are you making this so hard on yourself? Make it easier for yourself. Use see if your marketing works first. Test market it before you start buying things. You couldn't sell. For my father, for some years, he created some, before the days of the internet. And what he would do is he only did this for a few years of his. It was between getting laid off from an aerospace job and retirement, and he started to do some marketing, and he would use direct mail, and so he would send the direct mail. He did test mailings, and then. And he made sales. And so, but he just didn't charge them because he didn't have the product yet. He just wanted to test your marketing first. Don't make this hard on yourself. Get something working first. Yeah. We talked on the phone, and I hear what you are doing. I know what you're doing. You're trying to get all these things in a row, and you're making it so complicated that you end up wasting money and losing money. So make sure it works first. Don't buy your inventory. Don't arrange, importing stuff that you don't even know will sell yet. Work on your marketing first, and then everything you could. When you've got something that works, you'll solve all the problems as they come. But on our phone call, you kept making it so complicated. I mean, you'll never have anything. I'm just telling you bluntly, if you keep going like that, you're never going to be successful in this business. Okay. The hardest thing about this business is the marketing and the advertising. Get that working first, and then everything else will fix itself. Don't make it harder than it is. And I know you want to have all your ducks in a row, but you're making it so complicated and expensive, you'll never make any money doing this. Just keep it simple. Get your marketing working, and then everything else will solve it. You'll find a way to solve it. Otherwise, I heard this from a sales manager. I wasn't in sales at the time. He would say, when he was in high school, he was in band, where they would play instruments. And I think he played the trumpet or something. And there was one guy in the class that they'd have practice time, but this one guy would clean his trombone like the whole time during practice. So here he is spending all of his time cleaning and is not practicing. So he's doing things that make him feel like he's accomplishing something, but he's just getting farther and farther behind. Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you next time. All right. I'm going to end the call. That's enough for today. And we'll be here. We're back tomorrow evening at 8. All right. Talk to you later. Okay. I'm going to end the recording. I'll get the replay up.